Right from the get-go, Mirai Nikki strives for mystery and a narrative focused solely on the concept of its quote-unquote game. This game being a murder mystery, but with extra steps, because all of the patrons involved have devices that allow them to see into the future. The major component of this show, at which I felt the most displeasure to analyzing, was its tone. To me, I don't really think the tone of this series is even describable. To say its tone is eerie or serious would just be rather unfulfilling and not really representative of the product. Our main character, dubbed Yuki, reminds me of the situation I had with Akame ga Kill a while back. Steeped in more so the people around him than actually become a protagonist that I can definitively say makes the series whole, and would be empty without such a protagonist. That's not the case, of course, and a large portion of that goes into how this character acts and approaches the various situations thrown at him. In short, cowardice and redemption are his only noticeable attributes that could be even considered a trait, because it happens so much due to the repetitiveness, I can't help but consider it. What really annoys me, though, is the voice of this character that always seems to be in utter urgency, as if danger is imminent around every corner, but never really takes any strong precaution against it. This is what is considered to be a disillusion with narrative empathy, in my opinion. The character's own personal philosophies and worldview don't quite match up with the actions they take, nor the decisions taken by them. Something at least notable about the series is that it tries to create scenarios at which animation triumphs over the actual quality of writing. It's not quite terrible animation-wise, but the moment-to-moment scenes plus action attempts are pretty bad. Undoubtedly, if I was a new anime watcher, this would probably appeal to me maybe stronger, but I don't think too much. Unfortunately, its lack of nuance and strategies to which the plot trods on isn't even remotely interesting to see happen in front of my eyes, and severely misunderstands the core element of a good mystery thriller, which is, in my opinion, intelligence. From the world of Mirai Nikki to his characters, there is far from any semblance of thought or, I'd argue, creativity in how intelligence is approached. Smart people just to be formidable adversaries isn't really my ideal character, nor is a carefully constructed plan from these adversaries with little to no consequences. Like I said, intelligence and nuance to characters really does matter in a scenario like Mirai Nikki. Comparing it to Fate Zero, which does this concept far better, and with vastly more interesting characters, it's not even a challenge to decide based on the divide in quality presented in Fate Zero and Mirai Nikki. Some really annoying factors that are more personal are the voice actors, especially for the other main character, Yuno. Her voice is incredibly high-pitched, and I hate it when characters say the other character's name 50 times within 10 minutes, which is exactly what she does. That's her entire personality other than being a yandere on the inside but happy-go-lucky on the outside. Another element I somewhat endured was the challenge of entertainment. Frankly, I found the show to be a snooze fest, with little to no reason for me to continue watching after the first episode. It never felt tense, never felt urgent, when that was exactly what the show was attempting to do. The plot rushes way too fast and skips any semblance of character interaction in favor of purely not even exploring the concept of a future diary, but instead fully fledged to the advent of the conceit. Additionally, I think that the character designs are pretty ugly and don't really stand out to me. On one hand, it's sort of a debate to me whether I should take these character designs seriously or consider them absurd. But again, due to a severely ambiguous tone, I can't really tell if the world is meant to be taken for absurdity or complexity. It's not really an interesting debate in my head. It's more frustrating than satisfying to try and figure out what kind of mood should I be watching this show in. The funny thing is that it tries so hard to be a lot of things: romance, thriller, slice of life, mystery, but it can't nail any of these genres correctly because it switches every 10 seconds as if that makes for a solid foundation. On another note, I'm a big stickler for OSTs and sound direction, and on that, nothing special. Wouldn't consider it bad, but not good either. It's barely noticeable, so pretty below average stuff. I don't even think it's worth the effort to analyze the music even if you're a die-hard analyst for that stuff. Contemporarily, the show holds up quite well among the rest. I'd expect this kind of quality of product coming out right now, so production-wise it's pretty standard. I actually wanted to shoot myself in the head when I hit 10 minutes on episode 3 where they had that swimsuit floating away gag, but I powered through anyway. Like, some of the moment-to-moment things, like that swimsuit gag, just really ruined the experience for me. Like, just no point of return type of thing. But other than that, I think a score of 3 out of 10 is more than fair for Mirai Nikki. Thank you for watching.